Hey, what's going on, guys? It's round 8 of our championship for Motorsport Manager Season 2 Dragon Team Racing with Alice Wood and Ahmed currently coming first and third in the championship. And without further ado, we are going to get straight into the race. There's no Mickey Mousing around. We are going to get straight into the race right here, and bang, I've hit start race. We're going to be, before us, presented with the grid. Who do you guys think is going to win today? On the front row, Anna, Evans, Gatto, Valdez, Sadat, Rogers. Look at the team. It's a team grid. 1, 2, and 3 team grid until it's the fourth row. That's broken up by the fact that they're not the same team. But Anatov, Shah, Cavalcanti, Mello, Costa, Junstota, Drafus, Dorad, Stramby, Wood, Tyler, and ourselves. Ahmed with a T in the end. I've never heard of it, but anyway, guys, we're going to put both drivers on aggressive driving styles because these tyres last 9 laps. We only have, well, 6 and 5 laps of fuel. So we all go down to the first corner side by side with, I don't know who we're going side by side with. Who are we going side by side with? We're going side by side with Tyler, and at the moment, Wood is able to make a couple of aggressive moves up the field already to get us started in this Grand Prix today. This championship is going to be 11 rounds because last season there was a rule adjustment. There was a vote through the GMC asking for if they wanted to add Beijing to our schedule, and because the majority voted yes, it's now added. So as you can see, the season is very interactive with the other teams and the options and your interviews and your driver morales and your designing of new components. And while I'm talking about designing new components, because we already have this season wrapped up, first and third championship, we're too far ahead on the drivers constructive championship. I'm not going to be designing any new components. I'm not going to be building any new infrastructure because I'm going to budget and save up for our car for next season. At the start of next season, when you go into a development phase, you get to pick how much money goes towards it, the different suppliers that you're going to use, and that's all in the pre-season. And if I save up the money now leading up to it, we're going to have a very powerful car when we step up from our current European series promoted to the next series, because we will be coming first, and that's how it works. Only the top team is promoted. So that's what we want to do. We do have the car for it. I just want to make sure going into the next league we were in the right window for it. So where are we? We're coming second last and last at the moment. That is not surprising given our luck with started races and battling with the mid packs and trying to get around everyone else. Wood currently in 18th, Delta in 20th, Santa Ana in first with a bit of a lead already. What is the lead? I don't know. Let's push that tab button to 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 4 second back to Evans. Evans struggles in this championship. It's the lowest tier racing, yet he struggles. Now, what I know is, on a scouting report, he is going to be leaving his team at the end of the season, and one of the media releases was that it's no big loss, and I believe that was from his co-drivers. So there's not a lot of love between him and his teammate, who's Santa Ana. And yeah, at the moment we're just pacing through, going through our strategy of pitting 1 lap beyond where most people pit, and that's how we like to roll. Get a bit of clean air and do a good job. And at the moment, the time degradation 60% for each, so they're doing about 20% each lap. So let's wind the clock back a little bit for Wood. Slowing up a little bit. In fact, let's go back to normal. We're not really gaining anything at the moment. Let's push when we're getting a bit of open air. Let's do the same for Dali. Let's get him to push and then wind the clock back a little bit. The reason why we're using up more tyre rubber than we usually do is because if you can look at that scale, there's a temperature scale. The tyres are peaking. The tyre temps are ridiculous because they are heating up. The tyre wear is increasing. It's exponential. So you really want to get them in the optimal window down there if you want to go endurance, because these tyres will last a little bit longer. Look at Delatov's tyres. Delatov must have had an accident because he's a little bit of a tap. His tyres have gone down. We're going to have to pit him. Wow, just like that, his tyres dropped like anything. It must have been a scrub with another driver. Unfortunately, that means we're going to have to pit him this lap. Now the key here is not to get the tyres below 25%, because when you do that, they become horrible to drive on. So we're going to fill up for 6 laps Pitch strategy is always fast because I believe we have a very rounded team. Otherwise, if we go balanced, it's going to be a 2-second penalty on top of our stopping time. And I think we've got what it takes to come out front. So Wood at the moment, currently doing what he needs to do. Delatov, the thing with Daly at the moment, because he's going to have to pit now, he did not get an opportunity to do it in quick lap times with fresh air, which is what Wood's going to do now. I'm going to put Wood on attack mode for both driving style and the engine. It's very aggressive, up to third already because of all the pit stops happening around us, and we have had a terrible stop. Daly's had a terrible stop refueling. He's had a bit of a whinge on the radio to the team, and so he should, because he's back in 16th. So he's going to be grinding, absolutely grinding to get through the field this race. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it, so I think our focus is now going to be on Wood. What is Wood doing at the moment? 32%. We're going to have to pit this lap, despite having enough fuel to go one more lap, purely because the tyre usage is going to fall back on us. What are we going to do? Parts-wise, we're looking good. We're going to go fast. Tyre choice. Bang. Go back to the super, just the softs, not the super softs. Super softs aren't available this race. And we're going to go straight up to 6 laps, or 5.8. Because that's what is available to us. So, Delhi, how are we going back there? We are struggling in 18th. Van and Stramby are the only 2 people behind us. Wood moves up to 2nd because of the way the pits are working, and the leader, Senna Anna, does go by. Let's see where Wood comes out now. I think in order to get our target today of 2nd or above, we're really going to need a safety car. Look how far back Wood is going to be. Wood is going to be in 11th. Let's have a look. Driving style on the attack. Let's just keep it in push mode for Dalatov. It's in a really good window there. Pushing too hard. Wood needs to really pass Sharp if he wants to get into the top 3 this race. I don't know if it's going to be possible. He needs the points. Ahmed is just struggling at the moment on this track. What a big change of events. We are struggling to find a place here today. But Wood, our 2nd tier driver, with the with the T2 car, because it's not as great as our first car, we fitted it with lesser parts than our main car. Hopefully Wood is able to do anything. It's going to have the inside for the next run. Let's make it stick. Yes, she does. Does a good job at doing that. And we're using about 15% of the time, so we're going to go back into a push mode. Now the whole pack is getting behind Sharp. Wood finally sticks it to Sharp. Able to make it stick. And the lead at the moment, 7 seconds, 8 seconds, but there's another gap between 5th and 6th is 12, and we want to get back up on this battle pack. We need to get past this battle pack if we want to remain competitive. What is happening with Delhi at the moment? He is struggling out there. Struggling something fierce. Wood sitting a 9th on the back of this battle pack. Wood, the tyre temps are really hot, not really feeling the boost. Let's put you back down. Well, I've got you as low as you possibly can go because it's a really hot day, 28 degrees. It's going to completely strip the tyre. That's just the way the track works when it gets hotter. The compound, or the pressure in the tyres go up. Therefore, it starts to use the tyre up a bit more. Wood is up in a 7th. Let's follow. Wood is up in a 4th. I think that's because of all the pit stops that have just happened. Yes. And I think that might have been a good... That's what we needed to happen. Now, I think one of the yellow cars, one of the cars that were coming at the front, then came behind this battle pack and is about to be held up. So despite pitting, who would have been Mellow? Is going to be held up with this battle pack despite just pitting. So that's going to be good for us. That's what we needed. Hopefully we can start making some good track time on the rest of the field with a bit of open space. Are we decreasing our gap? 1.3 seconds, 1.2, 1.1 second, 0.9, 0.8, 0.6. We're eating away. As you can see, we don't need a time sheet to see that. We can actually see it for ourselves right here. And I'm going to get that engine to start pushing because those tyres, I don't believe are going to last that long. Now, Wood under the attack from Gatto now. Gatto going around the outside. Don't make it stick. Wood is able to hold the spot and keep that third position. Now, how is Daly going? Daly can go probably 2 more laps. So can Wood, but I think there's a big enough gap for Wood to come in. And still not double bank. Wood has gone up to second spot after Valdez, and now it's being pushed back. What's the gap? We've got a 10-second gap down to Valdez, and now it's back to us. So we're catching the leader. As that's all been happening, we've been able to catch the leader. If we get overtaken here, that's not what we wanted to see. That's going to be really compromising to our strategy. At the moment, how's the tyres looking? We're going to pit next lap. So I'm going to go on the attack. Hopefully and come back in and use this open space again while everyone else is going to be pitting. As for our boy Daly, what are we going to do with him? We're going to keep pushing. We're going to go high. We're going to go on the attack. Actually, no, just got to push. The tyres are very warm already. I think we're just going to completely strip them. As with Wood's car, Wood needs to get by Gatto here. Wood needs to get by Gatto and pull a little bit of a gap if she can. Hopefully she can do that. She does. She gets down the inside after pulling out of the slipstream, but through the chicane, can't hold the position. Is back into third, back in a second spot. Make it stick. Yes, she does. This is a very good track for overtaking and very good for passes. Wood now passes, but is going to be on the outside for the next lap, and we have to start preparing for our pit stop. So Wood is going to come in. Fuel options, 5 laps, bang. Parts are looking good. Fast stop, go to new tyres, make sure that happens. As for Daly, same story. Softs, there's going to be no weather change. So fuel options, you're going to get a 5 as well. Pit strategy, balanced, new, all the components looking good. Wood up in a second spot coming into the pits, that's what we wanted to see, and they are going to get balked behind us. How's everyone else going for tyres and everything? How's the strategy going? There's a mistake. We get an extra bit of fuel, which is what we didn't want. So we can burn the fuel as fast as we possibly can. And the tyres straight out of the pits. What happens with Daly? So it's not a glitch, it's actually a mistake that happens. Great, no, it is a glitch because they've both been added 6 laps of fuel. I don't know why, but that's what's happened. Anyway, so Daly comes out, we're going to get him to push off the back. He's back in the 18th. Jesus, it's been a really rough race for him. Wood is in 7th at the moment, with I think a few people ahead still need to stop. Actually, I'm not too sure about that. Quite possibly not. They would be in a window for a 2-stopper as well. I don't know if we're going to be able to get second. Santa Ana just pits. She's now leaving. Oh no, she's now entering the pit bay. And we'll be leaving any second. As for Wood, let's see where we're going to come out. Everyone's pitting ahead of us actually. So Valdez was the guy who we wanted to get out ahead of last time. His tyres are starting to be eaten up a little bit more, and he's driving conservatively on mediums. So Daly's in 17th. Where is he going to come out? Wood's in 4th, still having excess fuel. So Daly's in the 12th, good. Wood is in the 4th position. Let's have a look what happens here. 4th spot in front of Tyler, who is one of our main rivals in this championship. Santa Ana is comfortably all the way out front. Let's get you to start going on a neutral strategy. Still have excess fuel, I believe. I need you to get in that top 2. So that pits as well. So that we're going to come out. So we are on the podium. We are on the spot for a podium position here. Around the outside, locking up the brakes. That's not going to be good for the tyres, but that's okay. I'm happy with that. Wood goes through after doing the fastest sector of a race at the end, but Valdez fights back the spot. And everyone is going to shuffle. Hopefully this shuffle pack does not push us that far back. And Wood goes in a second and holds the spot. What is happening with Daly at the moment? Daly is still using excess fuel. We might look at just going into a medium mode. Those tyres have eaten up. After locking up, that's what happens. After locking up, you saw the lockup has now eaten up the tyres, so we've had to go back into a conservative mode to hopefully pull back the temperatures and not use up the tyres as much. She is comfortably in second spot. And while Dali is coming around with 2 laps to go, I'm going to get you on high and continue to attack on those tyres. Now Wood finding a bit of space. Santa Ana, if you picked her, you've picked well. 17 seconds. 17 seconds. Now we're looking. Are we under any threat at the moment? Melo, Brazil. It's going well. Well, I'm glad we're going to get one of them in the top 2. Ahmed not having a great time out there at all. Struggling like a pig. We might get Wood to back up on those tyres. They're going to go below 30%. Mello behind's on a much fresher set. I don't know if they're going to be able to push us. Wood saying that the wing might be a little bit damaged. Looks like front and rear wing are looking a little bit meh. But there is a 3-second gap. Now we should be able to hold that 3-second gap with no dramas. We have excess fuel by like 0.1. I'm not going to push at this point. I might just change it to high just to get us around. And I'll pull that fuel back. As for Dali, I'm going to go back into conserve mode just to make sure he gets around. Tyres are looking good. Continue to attack. Wood able to hold that 4-second gap. Ahmed, what is your story? Are you able to make any spots here? How's Santa Ana? Is there any troubles? Santa Ana yet has a technical issue. I don't think she's going to blow up just yet. She'll probably just make it around in time. Fortunately, if there was another lap or two, we would have taken potentially pole. The lead, I should say. Wood at the moment. Let's get you to go back to medium. And Wood's going to come back in second spot. I love it. That is a great race. Nice P2. Good job overall. Dali's going to get banked by 10th. Valdez, who has a technical issue. Just pull out of the slipstream. Just pull out of the slipstream. He doesn't want to do it. I don't know. You drive me nuts. You've gotten 12th. That is a disappointing result, but I'll take it because that's what we have to do. At the end of the day, take on the tough ones with the good ones. But Wood, our knight in shining armor, able to get us that 1.4 mil payout bonus. It's funny how a couple of car lengths can be the difference between you getting out ahead of a few people at a pit stop and then staying back. So, yeah, very, very, very good driving today by everyone. And I can't be... Oh, I can see it in my head. Nicky Lauda reporting on the width of the car. But Senna and it drops back from first all the way to 17th, which means Wood picks up the win. Tyler moves to third, Mello moves to second. Dali moves up one spot as well. Now that is a good result. We take our second driver's win any day of the week. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe. You can hit that video that's now popped up in the middle if you want to fast forward to our next video of this season. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to check out more of our videos because I will be doing this complete championship and another season after to come just for you guys. See you later, guys.